Well, good afternoon, everybody. Oh, okay. Wow. The mandatory evacuations have been reduced to an evacuation advisory for the following North Shore areas: Upper Lake, Nice, Lucerne, my home, Glen Haven, and Clear Lake Oaks. Residents in these areas can now return home. Highway 20 is now open to all traffic. Sorry, this has been really, really rough. For me and the whole entire county. Alright. I have been able to make friends on the bright side who, live like 1 block away from me, through the internet, and I'm waiting for this lady to come home. She's gonna come home tomorrow. Her husband came home today. She got chickens, very nice elderly lady, and I'm really looking forward to meeting her. But this is just, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm a little mentally battered, and my mind is in pieces. My mind is scattered. I am effing exhausted. But while this is still very good news, the ranch fire is still continuing its path of grand destruction. Fire officials aren't able to put it out. It's moving too fast. So it's just, you see reports of 200 and something thousand acres. That's wrong. It's over 400,000 acres, okay? Over 400. And I believe it was only about 40% contained. So our firefighters saved the towns. Alright? And we know this was definitely done by DEW weapons. And we've seen DEW weapons, the signature mark of the houses, and the thises and the that's, But they're also targeting national forests. Okay? The forests behind my hills, my mountains where I live, totally gone. For miles and miles and miles and miles. The face of the mountain I look at looks fine, but I know right on the other side, it's all burnt up terrain. And I think about the wildlife. Specifically, the only 2 wolves known in this area, which, by the way, I had. Well, I guess I could say it was a pleasure. I had the pleasure of seeing these wolves a few years back. And I had just stepped outside my backyard. This was in a previous house I lived, which was closer to the base of the mountain. Now I'm on, the lakeshore property. But I went out, and my cat alerted me to something that was behind me. And I turned around, and there's nothing there. But my cat did it again. He alerted me, and I turned around, and there were these 2 beautiful wolves. One had a tracking collar, and they just brought down a deer. And unfortunately, my presence interfered with the whole process of that. But that's not the point of my story. The story I'm trying to say is the only 2 wolves known in these mountains, we don't know if they survived or not. And if they did, they're on this side of the mountain because there's nowhere for them to go farther into the forestry areas. So people will have to look out if these two wolves survived. And, watch their pets, their animals, their livestock. And please do not shoot them. Okay? If anybody shoots them, they will more than likely be arrested. But back to the story here. I've digressed. I'm sorry. So Upper Lake Nice, Lucerne, Glen Haven, and Clear Lake Oaks, residents in these areas can now return home. Highway 20 is now open to all traffic. Okay, there are still road closures. But for the towns, I think the towns surrounding this fire have finally seen the worst is gone. The worst is gone. Now all that's burning is mountains, trees, and forests. So their new weapons are not just targeting homes. They're destroying national parks and national forests. If you don't believe me, pull up a CAL FIRE map or any map, and you'll see a lot of fires directed at national forests. Even Yosemite, the Ferguson fire, it's out of control. So they're not only targeting homes and businesses, they are getting rid of national parks and forestries. And my heart breaks for the wildlife and the sadness and all that. This has been a very emotional experience, and I'm just going to end it here with some gratitude to our fire department, every fire department that's involved. They saved the towns around Clear Lake, and I'm very grateful for them. And I'm grateful that even though I can't stand excuse me, hold on. Even though I can't stand the majority of the community in which I live, because the majority of people out here are like crystal meth heads and do heroin, hopefully they won't come back. But for the rest of everybody, this is good news. But still sad. Alright, everybody. Please say your prayers and your blessings. And hold Northern California in your hearts. And all the wildlife. We've been lucky there hasn't been too many deaths, but any death really is too many. Any injury is an injury too many. But people have to also remember the wildlife. And that's what's heartbreaking right now. Is there wildlife? Well, they don't have any habitats left out here. Anyways, I better stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So I'm just getting re-emotional here, and that's not gonna do me any good, or you. So let's keep it on an up note here. Okay, so my town and all these surrounding towns, they're only advisories now, and they're not mandatory evacuations. So hallelujah to our firefighters. Keep it up. We love you. Thank you.